A year ago, Gi-hun participated in the Squid Games, a deadly competition where people in debt played for a massive cash prize. Gi-hun survived and won the money, but every other player lost their lives. Now he's at the airport, ready to fly to the USA to reconnect with his daughter. But when he sees another man being recruited for the games, Gi-hun changes his mind. He decides to stay in Korea and find the people behind the games to stop them for good. Gi-hun gets a call from the front man, the masked overseer of the games, warning him to back off. Gi-hun ignores him and returns to Seoul, where he removes a tracking device implanted behind his ear. Determined, he hires a loan shark, Mr. Kim, and his assistant, Woo Seok, to help him track down the recruiter who lures people into the games. Kim and Woo Seok organize a team to monitor subway stations. One night, they spot the recruiter playing the infamous slapping game and handing out invitations. They follow him but are overpowered in an alley. The recruiter ties them up and forces them to play Russian roulette. Kim loses his life, but Woo Seok agrees to cooperate out of fear. Meanwhile, Detective Jun-ho, who infiltrated the games a year ago searching for his brother, wakes up in a hospital after falling off a cliff. His brother, the frontman, had shot him, leaving him for dead. Now working as a traffic cop, Jun-ho teams up with Captain Park, the man who rescued him, to search for clues about the games. He crosses paths with Gi-hun and agrees to work together, sharing resources and information to take down the organization. Gi-hun tracks the recruiter to a motel. The recruiter reveals his dark past of cleaning up the bodies of dead players, even discovering one was his father. They play Russian roulette and the recruiter is killed. Gi-hun finds a black envelope with a clue, the name of a club and a date. Meanwhile, Noelle, a young woman struggling to reunite with her daughter in North Korea, receives an invitation to the games. Desperate to save her child, she agrees to join but burns the card after calling the number. On October 31st, Gi-hun, Woo Seok, and Jun-ho follow the clue to a Halloween party at a club. The frontman captures Gi-hun and takes him away in a limo. As hidden snipers disable the cars of Gi-hun's allies, Gi-hun realizes he has no choice but to join the games again. Sleeping gas knocks him out. Gi-hun wakes up in the Squid Game facility surrounded by new players. The rules remain the same. Survive 6 deadly games to win a massive cash prize. Among the contestants is Yong-sik, a disgraced YouTuber, and No-ul, now disguised as a guard. Meanwhile, Jun-ho and his team follow Gi-hun's tracker to the island, determined to expose the games. The rules are clear, players can't quit, and those who refuse to play will be eliminated. The only way to stop is during a voting ceremony. Players have their photos taken before being sent to the first game. Dylan is stunned to see his old friend Young-bae among the contestants and urges him to stick close. Meanwhile, Jun-ho and his team follow a tracker to the island but find it hidden in a fisherman's tools. Realizing the tracker was removed, Jun-ho deploys a drone to search for the facility. The first game, red light, green light. Players are led to a yard where a giant doll awaits. Daehan notices his dental implant tracker is gone and warns others that elimination means death, but they don't believe him. The game begins. Players must cross the yard in 5 minutes, moving only on green light. At red light, any movement results in elimination. Daegan shouts instructions, helping many advance. But chaos erupts when a player panics over a bee and moves, getting shot. The panic spreads and dozens of players are killed as guards fire at those trying to flee. Daehan calms the group, explaining the doll uses sensors to detect movement. Players use larger contestants as shields, and some follow Dylan's advice to stay steady. Despite Daegan's efforts, over 90 players are killed. Daegan rescues an injured player who crosses the line, but a rogue guard, No-ul, shoots him anyway, breaking protocol. Back in the shared room, the survivors are informed that 365 players remain. Daegan reminds them they can vote to end the games, but the initial piggy bank cash tempts most to continue. Voting and the second game. During the vote, tensions rise when Daegan reveals he played before. Player 1 casts the tie-breaking vote to stay. That night, alliances form and players strategize. Guards announce the second game, but it's not the expected Dalgona. Instead, teams of 5 compete in a 6-legged pentathlon. Players' legs are tied together, and they must complete mini-games at checkpoints within 5 minutes. The first 2 teams fail and are executed. Dagon's team struggles but manages to finish, with Yongbei proving resourceful. Meanwhile, Junho's investigation is delayed by bad weather, but his team plans to continue searching nearby islands. The third game, Mingle. Players are taken to a carousel-like room for the third game, where they must form groups of a specific size announced by a spinning platform. The first number is 10, and panic ensues. Players without a group or in mismatched numbers are killed. As the game progresses, alliances from the pentathlon break down. Noel follows orders this time, ensuring eliminated players are shot once. During the final round, the number is 2. In a brutal moment, Inho pushes someone out of the way to secure a spot with Yongbei, killing a third person who tries to join. Tensions mount. After the game, 255 players remain. Arguments flare during dinner as players question loyalties. Inho's mysterious past and combat skills earn respect but also suspicion. The guards, frustrated by Nussel's rule-breaking, threaten her with punishment if she continues to interfere. Junho regroups his team, determined to gather evidence and expose the organization. Meanwhile, tensions in the facility rise as alliances solidify, betrayals brew, and the stakes grow deadlier with every game. The game nears its climax with only 100 players left standing. Meanwhile, Junho sends out a drone from their ship to scout the islands. The drone uncovers a hidden door beneath some bushes, prompting the group to investigate. As they attempt to open the door, a hidden bomb detonates, scattering everyone. Though most survive, one of their team tragically doesn't make it back. Park suggests retreating, but the group disagrees. Junho enforces new rules to prevent further risks. Voting begins and emotions run high. Some players, haunted by losses, vote to leave, while others stay to prove themselves. The result is a deadlock, 50-50, forcing another vote the next day. At dinner, players sit with their respective sides, trying to persuade each other. The atmosphere turns hostile, culminating in a bathroom brawl. Thanos' aggression escalates, but Myung fights back, fatally wounding him. Chaos erupts as players use broken mirrors and forks as weapons, even killing guards. The violence adds more money to the prize pool, intensifying the conflict. On the ship, tensions boil over as players anticipate an attack. Dagon suggests turning on the guards instead of fighting each other. As night falls, chaos consumes the dormitory. Amid the darkness, alliances blur and bodies fall. Guards eventually intervene, but not before players like Dagon use the opportunity to arm themselves. Dagon's team captures a guard and forces him to lead them to the admin office. They ambush guards along the way, collecting weapons and ammo. However, Junho betrays his team, pretending to fall in battle while secretly plotting his next move. As the team reaches the admin corridor, they face heavy resistance. Ammo dwindles and losses mount. Junho's betrayal becomes evident when he orchestrates an ambush, eliminating his teammates. In the end, Jihan and Yongbei are captured. Junho, now wearing the frontman's mask, executes Yongbei, leaving Jihan shattered. The surviving players are thrown into another deadly round of red light, green light, this time with even crueler twists. The stakes have never been higher. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more thrilling explainer videos. Thanks for watching.